Hey, what's up guys, I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Cleveland Cavaliers could shock the NBA. Now with LeBron obviously leaving Cleveland Cavaliers, not many people are expecting them to do very good. A lot of people are probably expecting them to be very shit, not make the playoffs, a lottery team. Like, a lot of people just are not expecting them to be very good. But I'm going to be giving some reasons why I think they could potentially be good. And, you know, like how I think they can still make the playoffs and stuff even without LeBron. So without further ado, without me running on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first thing I'm getting to is there real expectations for this year. Really, a lot of people's expectations for them is to be a lottery team, a bottom 10 team, definitely not making the playoffs. They're not going to be any good without LeBron. They're expecting them to pretty much be like the Brooklyn Nets bad, or the Atlanta Hawks bad. I mean, they're expected to be pretty trash by most analysts, and a lot of people are saying there's no chance they'll be good and stuff like that. But now I'm going to be getting to how I think they could still be good next season. The first reason is going to be they still have an all-star level player. As much as people like to hate on Kevin Love, he's not a bad player. He's definitely good enough to be a best player on the team or the second best player on the team. I mean, this dude is still a very, very good player, top 20 player in the league. By far. I mean, Kevin Love is still a very good scorer. He averaged 17 points per game, 4.3 rebounds per game on great shooting. He's an extremely efficient shooter. 41% from the 3 and 49% from the field. That is very, very, very efficient. I mean, he can score at will, and I mean, with LeBron being out, he's just going to score even more, and his shooting percentage might go down a little bit only because he has to shoot a lot more, but I mean, still, he's a very efficient scorer, and you can count on him for about 20 points a game, especially if you really need him as your first scoring option. He's good for 20 to 25 points a game if he is your first scoring option. I mean, we saw that in Minnesota. Obviously, he won't be as good as he was in Minnesota because he's kind of out of his prime by now, but I mean, he is still a 20-point per game scorer if you let him, like, pretty much take care of the, like, pretty much take hold of the team. So their offense runs through him. By far, going to be a very good scorer for the next year and probably have his best year since he's joined the Cleveland Cavaliers. But now my second reason is going to be that, as people don't like to admit it, the front office does have some nice young players to work with. I mean, just look. They have people like Rodney Hood, who before he was traded, I mean, after he got traded to the Cavs, he had a terrible season, but before he was traded, he was averaging 16 points per game, 1.7 assists per game, 2.8 rebounds per game on 42% shooting, but he's not even the only young guy. They also have Jordan Clarkson, as before the trade, he was also having a very good season, averaging 14 points per game, 3 assists per game, 3 rebounds per game, and I mean, and then they also have a pretty good defender in Larry Nance Jr., who's able to average 9 points per game, 1.2 steals per game, and 7 rebounds per game. So they have 3 very, very good young guys, and that's not even including the rookie that they just drafted, Colin Sexton, who had a very good summer league, and we don't even know how good he's going to be in the NBA So, I mean, there's no telling how good he's going to be. Rodney Hood, very good scorer. Jordan Clarkson, another good scorer. I know Cav fans hate Jordan Clarkson because of how bad he played in the playoffs, but he's a better player than he did play in the playoffs, and I just don't think he was ready for it because of how young he was. So, I mean, I really do think Jordan Clarkson's going to have a much better year than they did last year, and I think you can expect him to have a bounce-back year, especially with LeBron being out of there, and he'll have more of a bigger role with the Cavs this year. Same for Rodney Hood. Larry Nance Jr. is probably also going to have a more improved, like, higher role this year, as Kevin Love will probably play the 5, Nance will probably play the 4, Tristan Thompson will be moved to the bench because I think they want to develop Larry Nance. Rodney Hood at the shooting guard, Clarkson at the point guard. I think they're just going to keep trying to develop Colin Sexton at the point guard, obviously. I think they're just going to try to develop all their young guys, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I think they have tons of great young players on this team, and I think they really do have something to build around, because now you have an all-star for the young guys to play around, have a real leader, but then the young guys can also have tons of potential and tons of rooms to improve. But now my last reason for this video is going to be that their chemistry will actually be there. Now, I mean, as much as people will be like, oh, LeBron had help, oh, LeBron didn't have help, I mean, they improved their team at the trade deadline, but to pretty much have a completely new team at the deadline is pretty hard to work with and pretty hard to get meshed before the playoffs. I mean, the team that they had before the trade deadline was pretty much completely different than the team they had after the trade deadline. I mean, I think they had tons of trades. So now, look at this. All the young guys that they traded for and Kevin Love, they're all going to be meshed together. Tristan Thompson, pretty much everyone on the team is actually going to know how to play together besides Colin Sexton, who will obviously be his first year being a rookie. Colin Sexton's going to have all the camps, everything to get used to him and stuff. So, I mean, I would expect them to actually play better team ball. And, I mean, they'll probably play better defense because Kevin Love, not a good defender, but a great rebounder. Larry Nance Jr., a good defender. I mean, he averaged steals, rebounds, blocks. I mean, he's a good all-around defender. Rodney Hood, can play defense. Not an excellent defender, but definitely a serviceable defender in this league. Jordan Clarkson, not a good defender. And I mean, Colin Sexton, from what we've seen in the summer league, he likes to play defense. I mean, also likes to flex while playing defense, but I mean, it's whatever. You want to look retarded while playing defense. It's up to you. Not hating on the dude. I think he's going to be a decent player in the NBA. I don't know about All-Star, but yeah, I mean, the Cavs are going to be much better than people think they are. I mean, they're not a terrible organization. I mean, not many teams have an all-star level player. Like, I mean, obviously a lot of teams have it, but like, not every team has an all-star level player. Not every team has a lot of young guys to work with. Not every team is going to have this chemistry. I mean, I really do think that they're going to be a very good team. They might be an 8th seed in the playoffs because they're in the Eastern Conference. But the worst there will be is the 9th or 10th seed. I mean, the 10th seed is pretty bad, but they won't be the worst team in the league. I can guarantee you that. I think they're going to be at least an 8th seed or a 9th seed. That's where I think I can see them finishing, and especially because they're in the East, probably an 8th seed. I mean, they're much better than pretty much in the East. All you need is an all-star level player and a half-decent team to build around it, and that's pretty much what the Cavs are. I think they'll probably end up being a nice, solid 8th seed for them. But now, guys, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Do you think the Cavs could make the playoffs? Where do you think they're going in the playoffs? Do you think they're going to be bad? What do you think the record's going to be? Comment all that below. If you have any video ideas you want to see me make in the future, comment that below. I would like to comment, give you credit in the video, do all that good stuff, and I'll make it if I do like your video idea. And also, if you did like the video at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button. We're at 273 subscribers. We're 27. Do math, Cody. God, I'm retarded. I'm sorry. 27 subscribers away from 300. Holy freaking bejesus. 300 subs. That is a lot of people, and I can't thank y'all enough for it. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm assuming it's going to happen in a couple months, probably. So, thank y'all so much for the support y'all been showing on this channel. I really appreciate it. Most importantly, I hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day. So, all y'all need to have a blessed day. See you tomorrow's video. Goodbye.